This is BTV Business Television.
Welcome to BTV Business Television. I'm Jessica Kaczmarczyk.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Today, we zero in on critical minerals and gold, two sectors where long-term demand and strategic value are creating compelling investment opportunities.
Critical minerals are the metals and materials that modern economies can't live without. They're essential to key technologies. They enable the clean energy economy.
And the demand for these minerals is exploding. Think of lithium, graphite, copper, and phosphate, just to name a few. And we'll take a closer look at a few breakthrough companies ready to meet the moment.
The Osisko lithium deposit is a big deposit. It ranks as the largest hard rock lithium deposit in the Western Hemisphere.
Get it all drilled and be able to say, look how big this is.
First time I've been on a project that I think is bigger than Canadian Malartic.
And Taylor, while gold isn't officially a critical mineral, it does play a vital role in modern electronics, and it still offers investors a true gold mine of opportunity.
We're a pure gold exploration and development company, and we will stay that way.
Trek South has only recently been revealed by ice melt, the melting of a glacier.
So join us as we dive into two of the most dynamic sectors on the planet, right here on BTV Business Television.
From a Canadian perspective, we're really at a critical stage where we need to take advantage of this once-in-a-generational opportunity. We're actually moving towards a critical mineral-based economy, and those countries that are going to succeed, if you think of it from an investor perspective, are those that have those critical minerals and are able to produce those. Where historically we've had kind of a carbon-based economy where many of those countries that have done very, very well economically have had access to carbon-based fuels. Now it's kind of moving towards critical minerals.
First time I've been on a project that I think is bigger than Canadian Malartic.
In the mining sector, track records are everything. When the visionary behind Canada's largest open-pit gold mine makes a statement like that, smart money stops and listens.
When we built Canadian Malartic, when we got forced into a sale in 2014 by the hostile from Goldcorp, we sold to Agnico for $4.1 billion. This is probably a bigger outcome than that. Got 83 kilometers of known mineralized trend. We've spent $700 million and drilled 700,000 meters into 4.4 kilometers of that 83 kilometers. So we've drilled about 6% of the known mineralized trend. We've been averaging about 1.5 million ounces for each 100 meters vertically we've gone down. So it sets the stage for quite a large outcome.
Osisko Development is backing up its story with substantial boots on the ground spending, investing heavily to advance the project.
We just upgraded the camp to 360 people. We're in the process right now of finishing over $200 million of pre-construction work, and we're developing our underground. We have $330 million worth of underground development underway, of which 2.2 kilometers out of 27 is complete. We're looking for full production to start in the summer of 2028, so an accelerated time program.
Osisko is not a producer looking for a quick flip to an established mining giant, but one that aims to operate its own gold mine.
The current mine, if it was in production today, would generate around $470 million of free cash flow. We're also examining the chance to expand the mill from 4,900 to 7,500 to 10,000 tons a day. So this is an opportunity to really accelerate the development of the project and see a very big appreciation for our shareholders. This is a Canadian project, fully permitted, fully financed, significant scalability in construction and under drill with 25 drills going by the end of the summer. There's going to be a significant amount of news flow, and this is going to be a scalable project in a very interesting marketplace.
A significant mineral reserve in a Tier 1 jurisdiction is a prized commodity. Armed with $850 million in cash and a founder who knows how to find gold, Osisko remains one of the most compelling stories in the commodities market.
When we return, we head to South Dakota's legendary Homestake District for what could be America's next big gold story.
And we say the best place to look for new mines is in the shadow of the old head frames. That's certainly what you're seeing in the Homestake District.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
We have a wealth of talents It's that human capital that's coming into the industry that's going to drive competitiveness for us. And I think that's going to create successful mining companies from a Canadian perspective into the future. So as an investor, follow those Canadian mining companies because we have the talents and we have that talent that we can export globally.
The historic Homestake mine in South Dakota produced over 40 million ounces of gold over a 125-year period. Now, Dakota Gold is looking to revitalize the district around the mine. If early studies are any indication, the company may be hitting it big at a time when the market is hungry for another American gold-producing asset.
When I looked at the historic date in the Homestake District, no exploration had been done for over 30 years. And we say the best place to look for new mines is in the shadow of the old head frames. That's certainly what you're seeing in the Homestake District.
We ended up with a resource in the measured and indicated plan of 2.6 million ounces, which generates 153,000 ounces a year over 17 years. If you add your inferred resources, you go to 28 years. Overall, we were able to get 48,000 mineral acres, and that allows us to cover the district and find multiple opportunities throughout it.
And within that, we have our Richmond Hill project, which is a at-surface heap leach project, which is near to production. And then the long-term optionality we have with our Maitland project, and specifically our JB zone.
Dakota Gold is targeting 2029 for first production at Richmond Hill. It's a tight time frame made possible by the fact that the project sits on private land.
What it allows us to do is permit mainly with the state and the county regulators. That is a factor which reduces the risk associated with Dakota Gold versus some of our peers that might be on federal land.
Another big advantage is CEO Robert Quartermain, who has been involved in the discovery and development of 5 mining projects. He also knows a thing or two about assembling a stellar management team.
We've hired very good talent, and getting that experienced talent means we can really kind of punch above our weight as a development company. We have people who work in the company who've built mines before.
Quartermain is also the company's largest shareholder, and his expectations are high.
Right now, Dakota Gold is trading at $80 an ounce in the ground. We see other late-stage developers trading at $300, $400, and $500. As we de-risk it, we see the opportunity to re-rate to those higher multiples, which results in a higher share price.
Earlier this year, Dakota Gold secured financing that will fully fund it all the way to construction. The company is also in the process of preparing a pre-feasibility study due out the second half of 2026.
Global demand for lithium, a key component in electric vehicle batteries and grid-scale energy storage, is expected to at least triple by 2030. Demand for this critical mineral is surging. Q2 Metals, a Canadian mineral exploration company operating in James Bay, Quebec, may have a big solution. This summer, they launched the biggest exploration program in the company's history.
The Osisko lithium deposit is a big deposit. It ranks as the largest hard rock lithium deposit in the Western Hemisphere, number 4 globally. It's large. 295 million tons of lithium mineralization, averaging 1.36% lithium oxide. And it'll continue to potentially grow in size the more that we keep drilling.
In addition to an encouraging mineral resource estimate, the project is close to established infrastructure, a key advantage as it moves toward the next stage of development.
The Osisko project is just 6.5 kilometers from the Billy Diamond Highway. That Billy Diamond Highway leads then to the town of Matagami, which is just 150 kilometers to the south of us. So infrastructure-wise, Osisko is very well placed in the region to have direct access to that railhead that's in Matagami.
Recently, Q2 received another boost, one that should help accelerate the development of the Osisko project.
In the end of May, we closed a financing where we raised $70 million, of which $20 million of that was flow-through funds. So $50 million of hard dollars, $20 million of flow-through funds. it essentially pays for all the things that we need to do to bring this to feasibility study. It was a very transformational financing that we did, and we're just excited to continue moving forward on Osisko.
Moving forward includes the start of an aggressive exploration program.
We have 20,000 meters that we want to drill this summer with 4 drill rigs. An additional 2 rigs will be coming on later on this summer. Metallurgy work, baseline studies. We've actually kicked off doing our preliminary economic assessment as well. So, all these things to push Osisko forward as fast as we can. I think the next 6 months for Q2 and for Osisko will be transformational.
Q2's 2026 summer drill program is focused on advancing the project's mineral resource estimate, with the goal of upgrading resources from the inferred to the indicated category. A PEA, or preliminary economic assessment, based on the current inferred resource is expected this fall, with an updated mineral resource estimate anticipated later in 2026 or early 2027.
Don't go away. When we return, we follow one company's promising transition from gold explorer to producer.
Really, we're on an excellent pathway here as we start to build our first and our second, and if all goes well, our third mine within the next 5 years.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
A new chapter is being written in British Columbia's historic Braylorn Gold Camp. Just months after bringing the project's first mine into production last year, Talisker Resources delivered its first gold sales. It's all part of the company's bold, ambitious vision to develop district-scale gold belts and become Canada's next mid-tier gold producer.
We've really had an incredible amount of change over the last 3 years or so. Talisker's transitioned from an explorer through a developer and into a producer in a very short period of time. And our long-term vision is to develop multiple satellite deposits, developing resources in the range of 500,000 to 1 million ounces, and then look to truck them into a central processing facility in a hub and spoke style processing scenario.
While Talisker continues to think big, it's committed to a disciplined, incremental approach to growth, with the goal of producing 100,000 ounces of gold per year within a few years and 200,000 ounces per year thereafter.
Our plan is within the next 5 years to permit and to build our own mill. And we're in the process now of right-sizing what the scale of that mill is. And now we have a long-term all purchase agreement with a global metal trader, Ocean Partners, that has allowed us to come into production very fast with a low capex requirement. So without requiring the permitting time or the cost to develop our own mill, we're able to mine and truck our material and make it into revenue very quickly.
Based on recent progress, it appears as though Talisker is on a steady path forward.
Really, we're on an excellent pathway here as we start to build our first and our second, and if all goes well, our third mine within the next 5 years.
Investors will be keen to learn that Talisker recently released an updated mineral resource statement that doubled the size of the Braylorn resource to more than 3.3 million ounces, confirming the district's potential to become a long-life, multi-million ounce gold camp.
Wallbridge Mining has been listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange for more than 25 years, but never in its history as a gold explorer has a company been as optimistic about the future as it is today.
What gets me excited? The opportunity here. I think we've got an opportunity to create a lot of value for our shareholders. Wallbridge Mining is an explorer/developer. We're located in the northern Abitibi. We have 2 discoveries, one called Fenelon, which is the more advanced project. We got a recently completed preliminary economic analysis study. And the second one is Martinier, which is a little further behind. 3.4 million ounces of total resources at Fenelon, and about 750,000 at Martinier, and about half are indicated and half are inferred. We had some great drill results last year at Martinier, So we've done some further step-out drilling, and what we've identified there is a corridor of potential mineralization that's 2 kilometers of strike, 800 meters wide and 800 meters deep.
With the recent raise of $56 million, the company is moving Fenelon toward a pre-feasibility study. As they enter this next phase as a developer, a name change to Sunday Lake Gold and corporate rebrand is on the horizon.
We have to call that special meeting because the shareholders have to approve this. That'll put us a clearer path going forward. And pro forma, we should be trading north of $2 a share, which, larger institutions tend to invest in $2 stocks, not 10-cent stocks. Our valuations are at the lower end of the scale. I think we'll be re-rated as we advance the project and as the results come out, trading at $18 per contained ounce versus the midpoint of our peers of about $30. We will earn that gap back over time.
For Wallbridge, 2026 looks like a formative year.
So here we go. We've raised $56 million. We've got a formative event here. We have got a fully financed pre-feasibility. We're a pure gold exploration and development company, and we will stay that way.
Backed by multiple discoveries, growing resources, and a clear path to development, Wallbridge is building what could be one of the Abitibi's next great gold stories.
After the break, we'll shine a light on some exciting investment opportunities.
Trek South has only recently been revealed by ice melt, the melting of a glacier, entirely new to science. It's never been drilled.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
We know by 2040 there's going to be a 24% supply gap in terms of copper. If Canada's going to meet its obligations around the energy transition, Canada's going to have to secure supply. So it's critical that we develop and build those resources, and there's a long lead time to building those resources in Canada, and British Columbia is a key supplier of copper for that supply gap.
In the search for new discoveries, Oreterra is uncovering a newly revealed target in BC's Golden Triangle that has geologists paying close attention. Sometimes, the biggest opportunities stay hidden in plain sight, but at Trek South, the evidence is stacking up like pancakes.
Trek South has only recently been revealed by ice melt, the melting of a glacier, entirely new to science. It's never been drilled. We'll be the first to do it. Based on the spectrum of geosciences that have been applied to it to date, quite possibly the very best new porphyry copper gold discovery candidate in the province of British Columbia. It resembles, in essence, a giant bullseye. Within that bullseye, you've got intense changes in the rock, values of copper, gold, and silver within the rock, and below it, intense, large-scale geophysical anomalies that combined rather stack up to appear somewhat like a stack of pancakes. So it's a really compelling discovery prospect, and it should appeal to those investors who are looking for capital gains potential derived from discoveries.
And this is a porphyry target, which has many distinct advantages.
Porphyry deposits are typically very large-scale, giant tonnage, relatively low-grade bodies. They're attractive exploration targets because the finding costs per unit of metal tend to be very low, and the generation of compliant resources and reserves is relatively straightforward. They're really much in demand by the major mining companies for the relatively simple approaches they adopt to mining these bodies, open pit basically, and their potential, of course, for very long life mines.
With much anticipation, the maiden drilling program begins this summer.
The first phase is about 4,500 meters of drilling in 8 holes. The second phase will be roughly similar in size and designed to expand the footprint of the discovery area. Touch wood that we actually achieve one. It does look promising, very promising, or I wouldn't be doing this.
For investors seeking exposure to discovery-driven growth, Oreterra offers a rare opportunity, a chance to participate in the search for a major copper-gold deposit at one of British Columbia's most promising new exploration targets.
The Russia-Ukraine war has disrupted global supply chains and driven sharp increases in the price of key commodities, including fertilizers, creating ripple effects across agriculture and food production worldwide.
Geopolitics weren't with us until Russia invaded the Ukraine, and there was embargo put on, and fertilizer prices jumped through the roof, and so I was able to raise money and get going. And it appears what we could have is perhaps the largest and the only organic, sedimentary, direct application raw rock phosphate deposit in the world. So it's a very exciting time for us. We're really going to make huge strides this year by Christmas, hopefully, get it all drilled and be able to say, look how big this is.
Far from conventional phosphate, this is a kind of premium fertilizer organic farmers actively seek out.
The other phosphate that's being produced is sedimentary, but it's not organic. It's full of contaminants, cadmium, cesium, uranium, all sorts of unfortunate heavy metals that precipitated out at depth in this ancient ocean that created the deposit. Well, so it's important to the world because we're organic and nobody else is. So if you're an organic farmer, you have to have organic fertilizer. And if you're tired of manure or bone meal, we're the only answer. It's rock. You put it on the field, it lasts 10 years. And because it's rock, the organisms in the field itself, in the soil, slowly break down the rock and release the phosphate and all the other micronutrients that are with it.
To prove up the resource, drilling will continue through this year in northern Nevada.
Hopefully by the end of October, November, and be able to look to go into production over the next couple of years. Probably not us, probably a major who does mining and does marketing, because you not only have to be able to dig it up, you got to be able to sell it. So we've got all the infrastructure in place. It's really amazingly simple. You dig it up, you grind it up, you bag it up, you ship it out. It's that simple. There's no blending, we don't use any water, and there is no waste rock.
As global demand continues to grow, premium products produced in stable, mining-friendly regions will always have a place in the market.
One thing's for certain, Taylor. Critical minerals and gold aren't just commodities, they're catalysts that are helping to shape our future.
Absolutely, Jessica, and the companies supplying these resources are at the center of it, driving the next wave of growth and investment opportunity.
Thanks for joining us today for BTV Business Television. I'm Jessica Katrachak.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Follow us right here at Business Television and be part of a growing community turning insight into action. And until next time, may your portfolio prosper.